Hello, I'm Robert Neese from Bentley Systems, and today we'll be looking at creating cross-section sheets, annotating those sheets, all using OpenRoads Designer. So I have a model created. I've got my corridor, and I have my 2D view on the left, my 3D view on the right. I have some drainage. I've created drainage using subsurface utility engineering. So what I could do now is create my name boundaries and view my sections. But what I also want to do in this example is annotate my end area volumes within my cross sections. So to do that, there's a couple things I need to do as I go along. The first one is I need to use the create cut and fill volumes command to create my cut and fill meshes. Now I've already done that. So if I go to my home tab, I can turn on the levels and you can see here I have the meshes for the cut and fill volumes. And remember, we're cutting live through the 3D model. So anything displayed in here, I'm going to see in my cross sections. So I can now go to my drawing production and I can select the place name boundary tool. I want the cross section option and I need to select a drawing seed. In this case, I'm going to pick A1 cross section with frame annotation, and these can be customized to suit. I now need to pick a start location. So I can pick my geometry in this case, and you can see I could set it by just clicking on the lock, but I'm just going to start there. And as I move along, as it tracks, it gives me the left and right offset. So I'm just going to change my interval to 50, my exaggeration to 1. And here you can see now I've got every 50 meters. So we'll just run it as far as there. In my dialog, I've got create drawing turned on and show dialog. So it's going to be the create drawing dialog. So I accept it. The name boundaries are displayed in my 3D view. And I could edit these. I could go back. I could edit them using the name boundary manager. But in this case, I'm just going to continue. So I've got a mode. Now, most of these things, you notice, are pre-filled. They're already filled out. Now, what I want to change, though, is the annotation group. So here, I go to cross-section. I want to use this UK style with end area volume table. And I'm going to toggle on add to sheet index as well. Here, I just hit OK. And when I do that, it's going to create my sheets and my views. And the views are cut directly from the name boundaries here, and they're referenced into my sheets. So it's cutting through the live model. Okay, so the sheets are created, and it automatically opens the last sheet in the list. And if I look in my view groups, here they all are. I've got my multi-model views where I started. And if I scroll up here, you can see I've got a 50 sheet view. And my drainage is being displayed. And I've got my various settings, whatever I set up for my annotation group. Note one thing though, the volumes are set to 0. So to get this to work, to update, we need to do one more thing. So we can go back to our multi-model view, and here we are. We can go home, and here we need to create an end area volume report. Pick the name boundary group and just reset. The volume report's created. Now it doesn't matter which report you pick, because what it's doing is taking the end area volumes from this temporary file it creates up here and putting it into the table. So if we go back to my 50 view, you can see automatically it's updated the table. And if I look at the 100 view, for instance, there they are. So if I look at the the actual sheet view itself. Now what I could do obviously is change the offset for the table and just move it around. So what we've just shown is creating cross-section sheets within OpenRoads Designer. We've also annotated those sheets using annotation groups and linked our end area volume tables to our end area volume reports. Thank you very much.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.